you guys have watched my previous videos on my weight loss journey, you will remember that I started Mounjaro on January 23rd. I have a lot I want to discuss with you guys, including some of my go-to foods, the massive drug shortages, hitting plateaus, and deciding when it's time to titrate up to the next dose, and so much more. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I am happy to report that I am 11 weeks into my weight loss journey and I am down 29 pounds. I am crawling towards that 30-pound milestone, but I will get there and beyond. I'm averaging losing 2.7 pounds a week, so that is respectable. I'm really happy with that. Honestly, it's hard not to get discouraged when you're in these Facebook groups or on the subreddits and people are reporting these astronomical weight loss numbers. And it's like you just weighed yourself and you're up for the week. It can be very disheartening because you're like, hey, I'm on this supposed miracle drug. Why isn't the weight falling off like it is for X, Y, or Z person that I'm seeing on the internet? And that's why I wanted to do these update videos, because there are so many misconceptions out there about these drugs, GLP-1 agonists. And I'm no expert on really anything, but here's my understanding of GLP-1 agonists. So there's two major active ingredients on the market. There's semaglutide, which is Ozempic and Wegovy, and there's tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro and Zepbound. Novo Nordisk is the manufacturer of Ozempic and Wegovy, and they are the exact same thing. They are both semaglutide. Eli Lilly is the manufacturer of Mounjaro and Zepbound, and they are the exact same thing, tirzepatide. From my understanding, the reason why Wegovy and Zepbound are floating around out there is because the FDA has approved them specifically to treat chronic obesity. Here's the thing about chronic obesity. It's a disease. It's not just a vanity thing for people who have been overweight their whole lives. It is in their best interest medically to do so. Every single one of my doctors that I have spoken to about GLP-1 agonists have been so encouraging about me utilizing one of these medications to lose weight and really transform my relationship with food. Now, having that translate from medical practitioners to insurance providers would be great because the price tag is a huge barrier to overcome. I have never worked so hard to pay $550 in my entire life. Whew, this drug shortage is no joke, and it is annoying for everyone involved, from doctors to pharmacies to us, the end users. It's a big, giant headache, and we are figuratively at the gates of Eli Lilly, like, give us the drug. The struggle is real. I opted to go the tirzepatide route because my doctor recommended it, and she said that it had less reported side effects. So far, I'm very happy with my decision to go the tirzepatide route. So I have just completed 12 shots, so that's a 3-month supply, and for the first 3 months, I filled Mounjaro. My insurance doesn't cover Mounjaro for the treatment of chronic obesity, so I utilized the manufacturer coupon, which brought the price down to $550. My first month, I did the 2.5 milligram loading dose, and then these last 2 months, I've done the 5 milligram dose. I've been really fortunate because my side effects have been pretty minimal. The biggest one for me has been constipation, which I've been trying to stay ahead of by utilizing Miralax, magnesium supplements, and probiotics. All under a doctor's supervision. I just want to throw that in there. While I've felt little side effects, I've felt this past month that by shot day, the benefits are pretty much gone. The appetite suppression is gone. Food noise has come back full force. So my doctor and I decided that it was time for me to move up to the 7.5 milligram dose. I also decided to make the switch to Zepbound because that is the medication that is actually intended to treat chronic obesity. Annoying, I know, because it's literally the same thing as Mounjaro. Like, there is nothing chemically different between the two. And this is where we run into the lovely supply shortage issues, and what a fucking journey it has been. It is like a full-time job trying to locate your correct dose of the correct version of the correct medication that you're on. A lot of times, a doctor will send your script over to your pharmacy. Let's say it's for the 5 milligram Mounjaro. Well, the pharmacy, if you're lucky, if they're out of the Mounjaro, they may have Zepbound. Hooray! Well, that's going to require an entirely new prescription. Oh, and maybe you're on 10 milligrams, but the pharmacy has 5 milligrams in stock and you don't want to go without entirely. Well, that's going to require an entirely new prescription. Do you see how this gets really frustrating for both your clinical team at your doctor's office and for pharmacy technicians? Oh, and a lot of time you call around, you can't find your 5 milligram Mounjaro one week, so you have your doctor switch you to a different dose, and maybe they switch you over to Zepbound, but then the next week the pharmacy has it, and shit, your new prescription canceled out your old prescription, so now you have to do the process all over again. It is so frustrating. I just happened to get extremely lucky in my area. I had my 7.5 milligram Zepbound script while actually trying to fill the 5 milligram Mounjaro again because the prior week nobody had Zepbound. Well, I happened to find a CVS that had Zepbound in stock, and praise be, my Zepbound script was still active, so I was able to fill it. We are literally going on a month-to-month basis here. I've read about people driving hours to pick up their prescriptions, and I've also read about people who haven't been able to fill their prescriptions for weeks. It is really, really stressful because you don't want to lose momentum. I've also read of people not only switching back and forth between Mounjaro and Zepbound, but they're going over to Ozempic and Wegovy because it's literally about whatever you can find. I utilize the Weight Watchers app for tracking. I'm not endorsed or sponsored by Weight Watchers. It's just a program that I'm really familiar with. And I already think of food in terms of points, so it's kind of like Old Faithful for me. Literally yesterday, the Weight Watchers GLP-1 program updated, so now it allows you to track points as well as your protein, water, and fruits and veggies goals at the same time. Hallelujah. I pretty much start every morning with a Fairlife Nutrition protein shake. It tastes just like chocolate milk. Then when I get to work, I'll have a couple hard-boiled eggs and either a banana or some grapes. I like to front load my day with a lot of protein. Mentally, I feel like it just sets me up for success for the rest of the day. Then for lunch and dinner, I kind of just budget my meals with points. I could find a taco from Taco Bell that's 6 points, or have some chicken nuggets from McDonald's with some barbecue sauce. That's 9 points. I'm all about getting the most bang for my buck point-wise. I'm also not going to deny myself, I really haven't experienced food aversions on this medication. I don't really eat fries or chips anymore. So if I have a cheeseburger, I'll pair that with some carrots or cucumbers or some fresh fruit. So I still feel like I'm eating more than just one thing at a mealtime. My portions have also been greatly reduced. So when I do indulge, I'm not eating anywhere near the amount that I used to. I am also doing Pilates twice a week, and eventually I want to amp that up, but with my schedule right now, this is what I can manage. I'm also going to start incorporating walks because I do enjoy a low impact walk. I'm not going to become a marathon runner. Although I'm averaging 2.7 pounds a week for loss, that is not how it's falling off for me. It's not consistent. The first week I lost 8.6 pounds. Some weeks I only lose a pound. A couple times I've actually gained weight. And then some weeks I lose 3 or 4 pounds. I'm not a consistent loser. Well, not in the weight loss category anyways. Plateaus happen, and it's helpful to be in these groups because other people that are on these medications, it gives you a sense of community to vent your frustrations or to share your victories with. One of my favorite things about these groups is people sharing their non-scale victories. So on Tuesday, I will take my first dose of 7.5 Zepbound. Again, chemically the same as Mounjaro, and I will keep you guys updated with my continued progress. I really appreciate all of your support on this journey, and I love hearing your stories, so let me know about your experience with these medications down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.